I'm going to show you how to use this super helpful tool, plus multiple ways to use it. Second video of the day. Let's do this. Hello everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome to
Brennan's Crafty Corner.
Hello everyone, my name is Brennan and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a really amazing ink daubing tool from the maker session. Just to let you know, this tool was sent to me free of charge, but I really enjoy it. I'm not lying, I promise. Also, if you use code Brennan2024 at checkout, I have my own coupon code, you will get a little free storage item. I'll put it on the screen. You'll get a free storage item if you buy a Dauber. So yeah, I will link everything down below. So let's get into the video. So the super fun tool we're going to be using today is the Dauber wand from the maker session. So this Dauber wand is different from other daubing or I guess ink pouncing tools you've seen because all the one tool is the wand and you only need this one wand because you replace the different sponges or daubers with different ink colors. So if I want a blue one, I just have one dauber for blue, and then you just come in here and you just use your nail, or if you have a pick tool, that would work very well. You don't want to pull on the sponge or the dauber because that would pull it off the plastic. It's on there well, but it could still ruin it. So you do that, and then you can just push it right back in. So on the wand, there are 2 daubers, and then in the packaging, there's 6 extra ones. There are 4 in total, and then 3 extra of the round, and same with the pointed. You can see there's just a little tiny point to it when this one is completely round. So let's get started with some fun techniques. So this first technique I'm going to call the smoke technique. Basically, what we're going to do is I'm going to take an ink pad and I'm going to daub around the edges, almost like I'm distressing the paper. Not quite distressing the paper, but it will give like a nice little fade in of ink. Like I said before, you only want to go up and down with this. You don't want to go side to side like a regular blending tool, because that would not end well. And there's so many things you can do with this. I'm going to show you a couple of different more things in this video. These daubers are washable, but you want to make sure you don't completely drench them in water, like soak them. You want to just rinse them with some lukewarm water, and you want to use some soap that's like mild. So basically no crazy like 23-in-1 soap that's super strong. Also, if you want to purchase any products you see in this video or any products from the maker session, I will link them down below. So I've done enough so you can see it. Actually, I think this would be really fun just to do one side or like 2 sides of it. So I just want to keep going so I can have it finished real quick. Okay, but that's just so fun. It just gives a really fun, cool look. I feel like this could also look really cool if you're doing it on tone with cardstock. That's similar if you have like an ink that matches a cardstock, because then you could do it and it would just be like a touch darker. And it would look really fun. Let's keep moving on to some different techniques too. For this background, which I think is really cool, I used the warp stencil from Pink and Main, which the maker session also sent to me because they do sell Pink and Main. And so at first I did some stenciling with some martini ink from Catherine Pooler, and then I went and daubed around all the edges, and it really looks like the stencil is fading in from the edges, which I think looks really cool. Now this use, I think, is the most practical. We all have those little stencils with all those tiny little details and parts that are barely connected. When you go to ink blend, that happens, and you don't get a good blend. Even if I'm trying to be careful, I'll go very slowly, very carefully. Still shifts everywhere, and you don't get a good result. So let's flip that over, and we're going to do some daubing. This time I'm going to be using the little pointed tip. If you can, yep, you can see it's a little pointed there, just because I think it will get into those tiny little areas a little better. So I'm going to be using some Simon Hurley Crown Me ink, and I'm just going to do daub, 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 daub your dauber, daub your dauber. Okay. So I want to make sure I have enough ink on there. Okay, there we go. So I'm just going to hold this in place. I'm not even going to tape it down. And look, you see, I am going fast, fast, fast. And this stencil is not going anywhere. My camera is also probably shaking, and I apologize for that. And this will give you similar results to, the pointed side will give you similar results to the round side. But I just think since it's little pointed, if there's little areas, we'll be able to compress and get in there more because the point can get into the smaller areas. That was just my thinking behind it though. You would probably be absolutely fine if you had used a round one. Or I would have been absolutely fine. And as you can see, I'm going really fast and not getting the best coverage, but if you want to go slower, you would. Just doing it for demonstration purposes. Now, look, perfectly crisp lines. That worked so well. And now, since I need another dauber for my next thing, I'm gonna pull this one off. So you're just gonna get your finger in there, you're gonna pull on the plastic. You don't wanna pull on the sponge. Then all you have to do, press it in, and there you go. Changed one, it was that easy. Took me 15 seconds, 16. So lastly, I'm gonna do a really fun polka dot background, and that's why I need another one. I'm using a round one this time, but we're not gonna do any polka dot background. You could use ink, and it would come out great. We're gonna use some paste. So, I'm hoping, yes, okay. So there's some paste on the top, and we're just gonna pounce in that and get it on my little pouncer. There we go. We're just gonna pounce, 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 and more pouncing. And it will create a really fun and like distressed. I dipped right in there just to get some on, and then I'll pounce it in here so it's not too thick in any areas. This reminds me of like those little bingo daughters you'd play with as a kid, just to paint and stuff. Or at least I used to do that, and it was really fun. However, since paste can dry decently fast, I would say to wash it almost immediately after. That's what I'm gonna do, and right after I wash it, I will show you how it looks. Okay, so this is our background, and I really like how this came out. I have a background stamp similar to this actually, but yeah. So this was so fun. I could see this being used in a variety of different ways. I would put some probably little critters on here, maybe put a die cut oval. I'm gonna go wash this, and we're gonna go see how it looks after being washed. Remember, lukewarm water, mild soap. I will be right back. Okay, so I have my little dauber. It has the lunar paste on it. We're gonna turn on, make sure it's lukewarm. We're gonna run it under. It's already coming off well, but we're gonna add a little bit of soap. I'm just using hand soap because I feel like that's mild enough. You can see it sudsing up there. And look, it's almost completely off it. So I would do this if you're using a paste basically right after, just to ensure it doesn't harden on there, because then it might not come off. But as you can see, it has completely come off. So, what I would suggest now, squeeze as much water out as you can, and then just leave it to dry. Okay, back in the craft room where I have better lighting than the bathroom. Just look at that. It came out so perfect. The blue is basically completely gone. So, washing it works great. Isn't this tool so much fun? And the sponge cleaned so well. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you're interested in purchasing this product, I will link it down below. Thank you all for watching, and have an amazing rest of your day. Bye, everyone!